It feels wonderful to be back. I mean, I missed my friends incredibly much, and to start a new adventure with them, year two.
First of all, what the hell happened? I don't feel like I should be a sophomore. I still feel like I should be a freshman for some reason. And second of all, when did finals finally creep up on us? Because I'm seriously confused there too. It doesn't feel like it should be finals time. It feels like it should be freshman year.
Being back feels awesome. As much as I love being home with my family, it's like I formed like a little family here of my own, which I really like. The classes are a bit harder, but it's really worth it. So I'm excited to finally start getting into my major classes soon.
Back after freshman year, let's see. I was, like, when I first started, I was very happy just to see my friends again after being home for so long. But then I got to actually doing the classes. And, I mean, my other classes was like, I have a superhero class and it was really fun. But my anatomy class is just, it was a whole lot more that I was not prepared for. Because I'm pretty good at remembering stuff that I'm supposed to do and know and stuff. But that is on another level that I wasn't prepared for. So, yeah.
Okay. My freshman year was very stressful and very handling college level classes for the first time. So, I wasn't sure if I wanted to come back. But when I came back, honestly, it just felt like such a relief. I'm home, and this is my safe haven with all my friends and. It just felt so nice, honestly. It's still hard, getting used to, the college course load. I mean, if you're coming from, freshman year and, high school, it's a different course load. But, once you get used to that and you know how to manage yourself and you don't slack off like I do, you'll be okay.
When I moved in this time, it was way easier, actually, because last time, my mom and my older brother drove me all the way here with all my stuff. And it took 30 something hours. So, but this time all my stuff was already at Rochelle's house, so I just had to come myself. And Rochelle and her parents helped me, and I helped with her stuff too, to drag everything to the room. So it was a lot easier this year.
The only difference between moving in last year and this year was the fact that I didn't have to go up as many steps. Third floor more is hell. Second floor butts is okay. And I have a feeling move-out's not going to go smoothly either.
I didn't live at the end of the hall. I lived at the beginning of the hall. But my biggest thing was my parents trying to arrange the room for me. And my parents asking me where I want this, and I'm like, just put it somewhere where I can find it.
Because moving in, basically, because you have an idea what you're doing now, you can try to plan ahead and being okay, I'll get my stuff I'll get all the things I need a week in advance. I'll bring some family members with me, get my uncle with a truck, and yes, we'll work on it from there.
It was lovely this year. Instead of having to walk up a million flights of stairs, and more when I moved in, this year I only had to come up these few flights of stairs and down to the end of a hall. So much easier.
I bet it was
and
easier.
I didn't have a roommate at the beginning of the semester, so it was just me, so I could just put things everywhere for a day or so to get settled. It was great.
I'm so much more comfortable with my classes now. Once I started really highlighting and having an assignment book and actually using it, I found myself being so much more organized and knowing when things were due and not being as stressed as I was freshman year trying to find my way around. And now that I know where classes are, the buildings are easier to spot and it's easier to find a room without having to look at my schedule and wonder, oh look, where's this room?
I am so much more comfortable with my classes and with work. Scheduling ahead of time for things has been really easy because I didn't realize as a freshman how useful a syllabus was. And I was always like trying to remember what tests were, but now like everything's like set up ahead of time, and so I can plan for work and I can volunteer and I can do a bunch of stuff, but still have like time to actually study.
This semester was suicide. I decided to put all my classes close together, whereas next semester I gave myself an hour or two in between, try and kind of like relax and grab everything I need to. I feel like I did better this semester planning my classes and work schedule, whereas last semester I was just like, I need to get my classes scheduled, I don't care when. And I actually gave myself more time to work on the weekdays too. Or I can decide to just keep it as a study day. Really, I can do what I want. And I'm glad I finally learned how to prioritize my schedule.
I'm not really a comfortable person. I am a constant state of awkwardness at any and all time. But I get used to things, my routine, with work and stuff. It was pretty, I know how to do my job. My work is okay, I guess, but I know how to do my job, and I do my job. And I work at the library, and that's pretty nice. It's nice contributing to bills and stuff when I get paid. So, yeah.
I'm still trying to get like a hold of it basically because it depends on the type of like credits you're taking. If you're taking 15 credits, it's a lot easier because you're only working on with 5 classes, I think, and you have time in between to breathe, hopefully, depending on your course load. If you're an honors student, I'm assuming you don't really have much time to breathe. I have 18 credits, and it's a lot for me because like I get stressed easily, and like I'll like kind of put things off when I don't need to. But like it's getting easier once you know how to, I guess, like measure your time and saying like, okay, I'll work for like a progressive amount of time this paper, I'll put some time aside for this, and then keep working towards that goal.
I have achieved kind of a balance between free time and school time. I really enjoy like having people, like my friends that are like in the same major to study with. It's helped a lot, but it's also like nice that we like it's not hard to study with them. Like we make it very fun, and it's so like our study time like is our fun time in a weird way, which is really nice.
Like after a while, you get used to I got used to the schedule. But I wouldn't say comfortable, just because no matter how much I try, like I never seem to get used to deadlines approaching. They kind of come at me very rapidly, mostly because I procrastinate liberally.
No, I sleep, and then like in between like homework I will nap or like maybe take like some time to watch YouTube. I hope to achieve that balance, but it's different for everybody, honestly. So yeah, as long as you get some breathing time in, like so you're not like bouncing off the wall, so you should be good.
This year I really started focusing more, trying to balance the two, even though sometimes I still find myself sitting in front of the TV more than I do actually typing a paper. But this year I've been able to do schoolwork for a little bit of time, and then when I accomplish something, then I take like a break and like watch TV, I go on the internet, and then I go right back to doing homework. So I try to balance the two.
To me, you can't reach that balance. Like you can get close, but you're not going to reach it like fully. Like you're not going to have school and work here. It's going to either be here or here, which I wish it wasn't that way, but it just ends up that way.
There's a reason why it's called a myth. It's a myth. There is no balance. It's just everyone's screaming and everything's on fire, and you just have to smile and grin. And sometimes don't even bother. Just take a nap in the fire. It's warm there at least.
Well, last year I unfortunately was supposed to have a roommate, but I did not. She never showed up, so I had the room to myself last year. And it was an experience because the first few weeks I was completely stressed out and getting clingy with people because I didn't want to go back to my room by myself. And this year my roommate is a senior, but she is very sweet and quiet like me. But we've had our fair share of laughs already.
I mean, I'm getting a roommate next semester, which I'm very excited about. So, because it's weird. It was weird being alone for like the first half of the semester. I mean, it's definitely like different than having a roommate, because I don't have to like worry about keeping all my stuff on one side of the room. Like, if I'm just like really stressed one day, I just like throw half of my stuff on that side, and they have like. So it was really nice when I had time so I could clean if I ever got like really stressed. So, but it's different.
As much as I liked having my roommate, I couldn't like do things like dance around my room or like do things that like, I don't know, that might be more distracting to her, or she might be doing things that are just distracting to me. Like I have like a lot more space, so like I can just like concentrate on what I need to get done and then just have like personal space if needed. So it's nice. Like don't get me wrong, roommates are great, but like I like being a lone wolf. So yeah.
We're honestly the same person, so it's pretty much like I'm living with myself. We're so quiet and we make sure like not to bother the other. We've never had arguments. Really the only thing we have argued over is, hey, can we turn off the light? Not yet. Okay, that's fine. But other than that, I really haven't had any issues. We're still pretty much the same people we were last year, so it's nice to know like I didn't have to change. Neither did she, and we're happy being together.
What's it like rooming with the same person? Let's see. I mean, I'm kind of used to sharing a room. I had to share a room with my brother for most of our lives, with my older brother, and I used to be kind of a neat freak when I was younger. That has degenerated quite a bit. If you're lucky, sometimes you can see the floor. It's really hard to catch, so you just have to be very quick about it. My floor is also a mythical being. It's only there in theory. But yeah, it's pretty. Like I'm pretty used to. Like I'm pretty used to bunking with another person. So like not a lot of stuff bothers me. So I mean, like I got used to hang out with Rochelle and stuff. But we don't really do anything. We just kind of nap a lot. So.
I am not the person on campus with answers. If you want answers, you have to go to the seniors. I am still lost, and I'm pretty sure some of the juniors are too. Like, depending where you're at, stage-wise, it can still be confusing. And especially since they move things around, I'm still trying to remember where everything is. But overall, it's nice and comforting to know I'm not as lost as I was when I was a freshman. And it's nice to know that I can help out the younger students and let them know, like, it's okay. Or here, this is where something is.
Being the person with answers would be nice. Half the time I still get lost. Or people like will drive by and be like, "Hey, do you know where like Hamilton is?" I'll be like, "No, sorry, it's the I don't know." But I mean, like helping freshmen with stuff is awesome. Because everyone's like, oh, where is like this thing? Where's that thing? I'm just like, oh, it's like we moved from there to there. So it's like, who's in charge of this? It's like, oh, it's this person. So it's nice having information that I didn't have before.
To be the person with answers is the person I strive to look like on the outside. While inside, I'm still screaming. I'm the same as I was freshman year, not knowing what to do. But I found that if you just don't move at all, your face muscles, nobody will ask too many questions, and they'll ask somebody else, and you'll be fine.
It feels rewarding because now the freshmen, especially with being a big sis this year, they come to us with questions, and we're able to try to direct them in the right direction. And even though we may not always have the answers, we're pretty close most of the time.
It feels nice being like in sophomore and having some experience behind you. But you also don't want to let like that experience like make you think that you know everything. Because I know a lot of people who are juniors, I'm not gonna mention their names, but like they kind of are a little like I don't want to say power hungry, but they think they know everything, or they're accustomed to a very set way of things that maybe isn't always the right way to go about things. And like, I like having freshmen around because they have different ideas and different opinions, and and you're so set in one frame of mind, and they're just like, oh, but really it's like this. So it kind of challenges like different idea sets, which is really interesting, and I kind of like, because like I like having younger people and older people because it challenges like different perspectives. And if you're just so stuck in one ideal set, like you're not really exercising like your mind and your like just, I don't know, perspective of the world.
I don't know. Like when I see the freshmen around, I see like a lot of people just like, I was like that when I was a younger a year ago, and like people just like kind of laugh and watch them knock into each other in their frenzy. But I don't know. It kind of makes me want to help them, just because I know slightly more about not tripping on my own face than they do in college. So yeah, I just kind of want to help them if I can.
It's actually really funny seeing the freshmen around campus, because I like, it gives you perspective. Oh, that was me. I was awkward and innocent like a year ago, still getting used to things. And they're very wide-eyed and innocent. They have that like look on their face like they're perpetually always lost. And like you help them around, and then they'll finally stop like getting as nervous, and it's nice. But like sometimes they think they know better, or they're just like in that high school set of mind, and you're just kind of like, okay, we're in college now. Let's get you out of that, please. Okay, thank you.
It's really interesting, but it's also kind of like a weird like shock value, because it's kind of like, was I that freshman? Like both like confident in like what I'm doing, but at the same time like absolutely terrified of like messing things up, and like so excited about my classes and having like a packed schedule and trying to do 8 million things at one time. But it's so nice to see people that are like just so excited to be on campus, because it's an awesome campus to be on.
Adorable, first of all. It's kind of cool to see it too, because they're still learning and you've been in that stage. It's cool to kind of see where you've progressed from freshman to sophomore. And it's nice to know like, hey, I can actually do this. I know my way now. Rather than having people say, oh, she's just a freshman, you can ask me, stuff like that. And also, I can actually help freshmen that are in my major running around kind of be like, listen, this is where you are, this is where you need to go, and this is where you're going to have to be before midterms or finals. And I want to help them get there.
I'm thinking, please just, we're here to help you. We're not here to intimidate you. We want to welcome you into our little friends group and give you hugs and treat you like you're one of us. And if you ever need anything, that's what we're here for. Don't be afraid to come forward and ask us questions, because we actually like being asked questions.
I have not officially declared it yet. I have to pass a test first, but if I pass the TEAS test, I hope to declare my major as nursing. So, but right now I'm still in like pre-nursing, so.
Cool.
I'm as far as majors go, I have, but I haven't. Like I have, I'm a theater and English major, but I want to go either into social work or public health, and I'm still trying to figure that out. And that's I know that's a lot, like coming from a person who maybe has like maybe 1 or 2 majors, but like I like a lot of different things, but I'm not sure how to incorporate them. So yes and no.
Yes, I have officially declared my major. I actually declared it as of last fall already. I was originally a psych major. That's what I originally came to Cedar Crest for, but I wasn't in it. My heart wasn't in it like I thought it was. And I saw that my strengths had always been in English and the arts. So I decided to take on being an English major with a minor in writing, and I love it.
Yeah, officially declared my major. I am a nursing major with a Spanish minor.
Nice.
Big mistake.
Why do you call it a big mistake?
Well, I like nursing and I like the stuff we learn. I'm talking about Spanish. Spanish is horrible, and I'm just screaming a little bit and dying inside whenever I learn anything.
Just remember what your grandmother always said.
Yeah, she was also screaming at me, so it helps. But see, the thing is, she was also screaming at me, so it just all mixes together, and it's really hard to differentiate.
Last year, my support system was my friends before I decided halfway through the first semester to go to therapy. Excuse me. Whereas this semester, I started with therapy and still had my friends. But I managed to make it so that way I could wean myself off therapy to just my friends. So that way people who needed therapy more than me could go. Because I know there's a lot of people that need it, but the times just don't work out. And they are really supportive, but I don't think it's as helpful as having your friends and family.
Support system. I mostly had people from my church and from my family. They'd be constantly sending me cards and stuff in the mail and saying, you know, we're proud of you, keep going, you got this, your anxiety may be bad, but you can keep going. But then I really started to develop a wonderful friends group here, and they have since become a very huge support group to lean on.
Last year, my support system was, I think I went to therapy on campus for I think like the second semester and like part of the first semester, and my friends and my family. This semester is more of like my friends, definitely, and just like reaching out to professors when I need help, and like reaching out to like other people and being like, hey, like, can you look this over for me? Can you like sit with me and like talk with me or something? Or just like people that just like, can you go eat a meal with me because I just need to like hang out and just get out of my room. I'm going stir crazy slowly. But so it's nice to just be able to have like that support system on campus, because I never really had that before. It's changed in that I don't really see the therapist on campus anymore, because I feel more like secure in myself, and so I'm more easily able to identify like when I need help and like being able to like reach out for it and like talking to my professors. So it's changed like a bit, but mostly I still just hang out with my friends and talk and everything.
Okay, support system. I had my mom, I had my ex-girlfriend at the time, I had some friends, I had the abusive best friend. I didn't have many people, like, to be honest with you. I had like maybe like a few people at most, and like I wasn't happy with the support system I had, but like I'm happier now because I have like my best friend and my boyfriend, and I think a few friends from home and friends here, obviously, because like it's nice that I'm living with friends. But like it was kind of very shaky last year because I had a lot of like mental like breakdowns, like oh my god. But like it's definitely getting more progressively better.
No, I feel like I've gotten like a better support system actually, just because last year I was really uncertain about a lot of things and I wasn't sure what I was doing. Like I said, screaming internally the entire time. But I don't know. I feel like the friends that I made last year, we're more solidified in our friendship, and it's easier to talk to people. And since I know people better, it's easier to lean on them and have better support. Yeah. I kind of wish that I could say the same about me, because I'm like not a supportive person at all. I really wish that I was. But I don't know, maybe I can help a little.
I definitely think I've grown. I did study abroad this past summer, which was awesome and fun, and I learned a lot about my people skills, and I learned a lot about interacting with people of different cultures, and I learned a lot about myself and just going out and exploring and helping in the world, and so I definitely feel that I've grown.
Oh, hell yeah. I gained confidence in not only myself, but with others as well. I figured out how to drive. I have confidence there. Friends trust me to let me drive them places, even though I'm not fully confident in myself yet driving. I managed to have my therapists help me over the summer, which I know people are scared to admit they go to therapists, but trust me, I go on campus. I used to go on campus. It's worth it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If that therapist doesn't work for you, there are other options, but don't forget to use that outlet. It's very important, and I feel mental health is something that needs to be focused on, especially since it's one of the things I really grew upon during my years of college so far.
Definitely. Since freshman year, I have gotten my license. I work my first job. I've been working my first job for the past 6 months, and it's helped me to develop more patience. It's helped me to take on more leadership roles without being scared of people, judging me or anything. And it's really helped me to go out of my comfort zone and have fun with my friends. We're so much closer now, and we're like a little family.
Not at all. I think I've gotten worse. Just like everything's been going downhill. Just like my social skills. Like, let's not talk about my grades. Don't make me cry. I don't know. I think I grew. I think I've become like at least like a little bit more open with other people, and I think just like getting used to being so far away from home has done that to me. So, I mean, like height-wise, like I'm not gonna even bother praying anymore. I've been the same height since middle school, so I mean, like I gotta grow from my personality, or else I stagnate.
Yes, I've definitely like grown. Because during the summer I was very depressed, and I was dealing with a lot of things that I shouldn't have because I wasn't sure how to deal with them because I was depressed. But like in August, I kind of realized, like when I let go of a toxic friend, that helped me grow substantially. Because once you let go of like that one thing that's holding you back, you start to grow as a person. And like you kind of realize things that you didn't realize before, you were blinded to because you love that friend, you love that person, and because you love them, sometimes that kind of like worked as a disadvantage. And I love this person, and I still do in some ways, even though I don't associate with her, but like, I think definitely from freshman year, like, and up until now, like, I don't know if I've technically grown, like, maturely or whatever, but, like, there's definitely been, like, change where I'm more conscious of things. Like, I'm more conscious that people have been through things, and I try not to judge people, like, based on their appearance. I'll try to judge them on, like, okay, they are this way because they went through this, not just on their actions.
I am really proud of the fact that I have really learned to become independent. Because now I have a car on campus, I'm doing my own laundry, I'm going to figuring out when I need to go eat and when I need to shower, when I need to study for finals. There's no having to depend on my parents, but being independent is a good experience.
I'm most proud of the fact that I made Dean's List the first 2 semesters. Hoping to keep that up. Don't know if that's going to happen. This semester's been kind of crazy. The fact that I've made it through with very few like mental breakdowns has been really awesome, because like keeping like a nice stable like mental frame of health has been really important to me since high school. So just being able to like maintain that has been awesome. And just I'm very like content with all of it.
Okay, I let go of a toxic friend who was controlling my life, and I began to basically kind of like understand like the effects, psychological effects of abuse, and as well as like mental and like emotional. I began to speak up more and try not to let people like take advantage of me, and I'm a little bit, I don't want to say aggressive in classes, but I'm trying to be more assertive, like, as a person, and try to develop, like, a sense of self, I guess. That sounds very psychological, but, like, yeah, but, like, I don't know, like, I wasn't very aware of that, like, even in high school and, like, last year, but this year, like, I'm just kind of understanding, okay, like, these are the factors that are helping me become a person, and like an adult now, and I'm in college, so I kind of need to be more aware of that. I'm not a teenager anymore.
I don't know about pride. I haven't had that in like many years. I'm not really proud of anything. But I don't know. I guess I'm kind of happy that now that I finally have a job, like I've been looking for jobs since I was 16, and just like I'm not very good at getting it, because yeah. But yeah, I just like having a job and helping contribute to something, and since even if I'm just I don't make all that much, so but even if I'm just helping a little bit, I like doing that.
My confidence boost is the one that I'm most proud of, and my anxiety has decreased immensely. Since I got my tattoo, I'm not as afraid of pain anymore, which is good, because I can actually handle if I need to do say blood samples in lab, I can handle the pain there. But it's not just that to me, it's the whole mental health stigma. I know that I have people to go to on this campus. I know that I have someone to talk to. I have friends who understand, and most importantly, I have my outlet. I have my art, I have work, I have my major. It's all something I can escape to if I need to, and I'm not trying to hide it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not easy. But you just have to remember that you have to keep fighting. There's nothing more important. You really have to know when to pick your battles. And I feel that college has taught me there's more to life than just worrying. It's about the fun times too. You can't forget that.
Little sister, it's a stage. She can't help it, she's coming of age. Little junior, he's all